like a line like it, natural, actual, factual, natural. We would just do ratchet. Hey, what's good? What's good, stream? Listen, you probably didn't expect this. Poolside reading today. Poolside reading today. Outside. Semi-fresh cut. It's like a week old now. I should have brushed my hair, maybe moisturized before I came outside a little bit, possibly. You feel me? But we're back. I almost didn't stream today. This almost didn't happen. You almost didn't see me. My day has been very interesting. It's been up, but it's also been very annoying at the same time. It's been a pretty good day, but also very annoying at the same time. So I almost didn't stream today. I just so happened to think about going for a walk. I ended up walking, right? Needed to stretch my legs, because yeah, needed to stretch my legs. I've been sitting at my desk all day working. Uh, I needed to go for a walk. Came out here, said, I should probably read this book. I said, I never even finished reading this book on the stream yet. So, here we are. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another Limitless Core live stream. And we're going to be reading this. We're going to continue reading this. Let me know if you're in the chat right now, if the audio is good or not. I'm using the headphones today because as I was walking to the pool, right, I checked my backpack. My mic wasn't in there. I said, I'm not going back. I said, bro, I've come too far. I've come too far to turn back now. You feel me? We've come too far. Okay. All right. It is what it is. I sang in the choir, but that doesn't mean you can sing. What's good with you, Adam? What's up, bro? What's up? Today we're going to be reading this book right here, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. I'm way further than you guys are now at this point, right? I'm on page 146. I've been reading at my own time whenever I get the time to read the book, right? There are gnats out here, and gnats are very annoying. So if you see me just randomly swiping the air, going crazy, losing my mind every couple seconds, hey, what's good, Chameleon? What's up with you, bro? If you see me swiping the air for no reason at all whatsoever, there is a reason. There are gnats. You can't see gnats on camera, bro. You feel me? Yeah, just also let me know if the audio is cool. Can you hear me, God? Can y'all hear me? Can somebody in the chat let me know if I sound okay? We're using the old school, might as well call this an analog phone. Have you found salvation in Jesus Christ? He can wash you clean from your sins if you repent and believe in his death and resurrection. Can you say happy birthday to Hugh Jack? You almost got me, bro. You almost got me, bro. You almost got me. You almost got me, brother. You almost got me. That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good one. Appreciate it. Keep me on my feet. Keep me on my toes. I mess with it. Keep me on my toes. Keep me on my toes. I mess with it. All right, chat. I don't know if you've been here for the rest of the streams though. We're reading Neville Goddard's The Power of Awareness. This also includes Awakened Imagination. And us when our read-alongs, Philippians 3:9 says, and it be found not having my own righteousness, which is the law, but it's faith in Christ, the righteous, which is God through faith. Heart emoji, prayed hands, other hands. Nice scripture, brother. Welcome to the stream, Adam. Okay, my name's not. It's Tess. Bro, you're really good at these, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're really good at these. You almost got me twice. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. What's good with you, Timmy? Timmy the Gym. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the like on the stream. Fizz, you're gonna have to try harder than that, bro. You almost got me the second time, but you have to try harder than that, bro. Don't say brother like that, brother. Don't say brother like that, brother. Like the live. Yeah, for sure. Like the live. Listen to Timmy. Hey, appreciate that, Fizzy. Appreciate the sub. What's up, Jess? Jess Sween. Ooh, the birds in the background. They don't get on camera? Ah, the camera didn't pick up the birds. It's cool. But We're gonna get right into the reading chat. Hi, bro, from Turkey. Actually, let me just keep, hey, no, and let me keep just chatting to y'all real quick, and then we'll start reading soon. Welcome to the chat. Wade from Turkey, bro. Little unknown fact about me, right? 4 years ago, I almost got stationed in Turkey when I was in the military. I didn't go though because the base was on lockdown, and I didn't want to go somewhere where I couldn't leave the base. So I ended up going somewhere else. But appreciate all the likes on the stream, chat. Appreciate the likes on the stream. All right, but let's go ahead and get into the reading. Let's go ahead and get it. So we're on chapter 17, chap. The chapter 17. The title is "All Things Are Possible." All right, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with our reading today. So it is of great significance that the truth of the principles outlined in this book have been proven time and again by the personal experiences of the author. Throughout the past 25 years, he has applied these principles and proved them successful in innumerable instances. He attributes to an unwavering assumption of his wish already being fulfilled every success that he has achieved. He was confident that by these fixed assumptions his desires were predestined to be fulfilled. Time and again he assumed the feeling of his wish fulfilled and continued in his assumption until that which he desired was completely realized. Live your life in a sublime spirit of confidence and determination. Disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that are not the fulfillment of your desire. Rest in the assumption that you are already what you want to be. For in that determined assumption, infinite, you are infinite being, are you and your infinite being, sorry, chat, are merged in creative unity. And with your infinite being, God, all things are possible. God never fails. For who can say his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? So I guess from there, I think I'm gonna do this from now on when I'm reading these books. I'm gonna like stop every once in a while, discuss what I think about a part of whatever I just read, and then I'll ask y'all as well. Appreciate the likes on the stream. Here it just means like if you're gonna be like, yeah, if you like believe in your God, right? Whatever God you believe in, you gotta like stand on it, bro. Like for real. Like, hey, if you really about what you say you're about, then it's done. You know, you feel me? Rest in peace, Sidhu Muswala. Do you enjoy the groin flipping activity? What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about, Fizzy? You know, just stand on it. You stand on it, and it'll be so. Through the mastery of your assumptions, you are in very truth enabled to master life. It is thus that the ladder of life is ascended. Thus the ideal is realized. The clue to the real purpose of life is to surrender yourself to your ideal with such awareness of its reality that you begin to live the life of the ideal and no longer your own life as it was prior to the surrender. So pretty much you make a decision, you stick with it, and you leave that old self behind, you know? Coin flipping. Coin flipping is actually fire, but I don't know what that means, so let me not say that. But you know, you make a decision, you stick with it, and as much as you want to go back to how you were before, you stick with your decision that you made now, right? Fissy, what is wrong with you? Facts, right? Fact, Richard. He calleth things that are not seen as though they were, and the unseen become seen. Each assumption has its corresponding world. If you are truly observant, you would notice the power of your assumptions to change circumstances which appear wholly immutable. You, by your conscious assumptions, determine the nature of the world in which you live. Ignore the present state and assume the wish fulfilled. Claim it, it will respond. The law of assumption is the means by which the fulfillment of your desires may be realized. Every moment of your life, consciously or unconsciously, you are assuming a feeling. You can no more avoid assuming a feeling than you can avoid eating and drinking. All you can do is control the nature of your assumptions. Thus, it is clearly seen that the control of your assumption is the key you now hold to an ever-expanding, happier, and more noble life. So, I got a real good one for y'all, right? I've been doing this personally in my life recently, right? For a minute in my life, right? my self-talk, right, when I was talking about other people in my head, wasn't positive, right? So the people that were in my life, right, around me, weren't like the most positive people to be around. It was like a perpetual cycle of me thinking that these people didn't have my back for real, and then they didn't have my back for real. So I was just running into people that didn't have my back for real, right? And I had to catch myself. I took this note in my phone and I read it every single day. Is if I don't have nothing nice to say, right? Don't say it at all, not even to myself, right? If I have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, not even to myself. And ever since I've been doing this, right, which is mad funny, as I haven't had so many conflicts with the people in my close vicinity, right? I was having so many conflicts with people that were in my vicinity because, like, what I would say about them in my head was, man, I can't stand this person, bro. Why are they in my space? Like, I don't understand what they're here for. Or, bro, here they come with their BS again, and now I got to deal with their BS, or they gonna complain about this and this and this, right? And then I had to catch myself, like, yo, you're the reason why this is perpetuating in your life, bro. Like, you're dead serious the reason that this is perpetuating your life, you know? There was what you play with a huge, yo, Fiji, I can't read your comments, bro. And I was dead the reason, that it was perpetuating. And ever since I stopped perpetuating these thoughts and thinking this stuff about these people, I haven't been having to have these same interactions with these people anymore. And that's exactly what I was trying to get away from, were those interactions. And then those people would try and blame you. But gaslighting and stuff. But I mean, it is what it is, right? If you're the person blaming somebody, or if somebody's blaming you, it really don't matter, regardless, right? You either facts. Appreciate it. Congratulations for getting out, right? And so you gotta catch yourself. I had to catch myself. I was the one causing my own problems, and I had to get myself out of that situation, and I had to realize I was the root cause. You feel me? So it was me catching my own thoughts and not perpetuating stuff I don't want, right? So chapter 18, be ye doers. Okay, got you. So James 1:22 through 25. Be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. Excuse me, I got a burp. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. So it's saying, like, if you get these, I feel like everybody's been there at least one point, Timney. But like, I feel like what I get from that James 1:22 to 25 is, if you get the wisdom, right? If you're blessed with the wisdom to figure out how to change your situation, then do it, right? Don't just say you're gonna do it, but actually do it. Because if you're only hearing it and you're just talking to other people, right? Because I could be up here capping, right? I could be like, yeah, I'm doing this, but I'm actually doing nothing, right? So I could just be a hearer, and then like, yeah, telling y'all stuff, and then telling y'all to do it, and then y'all doing it, right? But how would that help me out? How would that change my predicament, right? So you gotta hear the word and then follow through with it. You feel me? So next, the word in this quotation means idea, concept or desire. You deceive yourself by hearing only when you expect your desire to be fulfilled through mere wishful thinking. Your desire is what you want to be, and looking at yourself in a glass is seeing yourself in imagination as that person. Forgetting what manner of man you are is failing to persist in your assumption. Sorry, it's gnats out here, bro. They'd be driving me crazy. The perfect law of liberty is the law which makes possible liberation from limitation. That is the law of assumption. To continue in the perfect law of liberty is to persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. You are not a forgetful hearer, when you keep the feeling of your wish fulfilled constantly alive in your consciousness. This makes you a doer of the work, and you are blessed in your deed by the inevitable realization of your desire. You must be doers of the law of assumption, for without application, the most profound understanding will not produce any desired result. Frequent reiteration and repetition of important basic truths run through these pages. Where the law of assumption is concerned, the law that sets man free, this is a good thing. It should be made clear again and again, even at the risk of repetition. The real truth seeker will welcome this aid in concentrating his attention upon the law which sets him free. The parable of the master's condemnation of the servant who neglected to use the talent given him is clear and unmistakable. Having discovered within yourself the key to the treasure house, you should be like the good servant who by wise use multiply by many times the talent entrusted to him. The talent entrusted to you is the power to consciously determine your assumption. The talent not used, like the limb not exercised, withers and finally atrophies. What you must strive after is being. In order to do, it is necessary to be. The end of yearning is to be. Your concept of yourself can only be driven out of consciousness by another concept of yourself. By creating an ideal in your mind, you can identify yourself with it until you become one and the same with the ideal, thereby transforming yourself into it. The dynamic prevails over the static, the active over the passive. One who is a doer is magnetic and therefore infinitely more creative than any who merely hear. Be among the doers. Ooh. Oh, Twain. Oh, Twain Ford. I remember you, bro. What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Your hair is not giving. Your hair is not giving, MK. My hair is not giving, MK. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is. I feel like it's giving up close. I ain't brush it. Hey, don't come over here hating, brother. I literally said at the beginning of the stream. You missed it. Chapter 19, Essentials. The essential points in the successful use of the law of assumption are these. First and above all, yearning, longing, intense burning desire. With all your heart, you must want to be different from what you are. Intense burning desire is the mainspring of action, the beginning of all successful ventures. In every great passion, desire is concentrated. As the heart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna give my own interpretation of what I just read there, just so I keep it with myself. So what I read here is, have you guys ever heard of the dark day of the soul or the dark night of the soul, whatever they call it? It's when people finally make the decision to change their life, right? It's when somebody has been living a cycle of their life, and then they finally get to a breaking point where they decide, I can no longer live this way. This is just not acceptable anymore, right? And they call that the dark day of the soul or the dark night of the soul, one of those two things. But you don't have to get to a point like that in your life before you can decide to make a change, right? A lot of times you'll meet people who were like, you'll ask them how they got to where they are, and they'd be like, yo, my life came crashing down in front of me, and like that was when I had to make this decision to change my life. But like, do you really want to have your life have to come crashing down in front of you before you decide to change, right? Before you decide enough is enough. You feel me? And I feel like that's where that burning desire comes from. Is, bro, that enough is enough, brother. Like, do something else. Like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't keep walking into the same wall over and over again before I decide that I need a wrecking ball like Miley Cyrus, because like this wall it hasn't been moving for me, you know. And that's when you're like, bro, like that's when people like turn that switch and like, bro, it's time to lock in. But bro, you can lock in before then, bro. You can literally lock in before then, you know. But let's keep reading. Here the soul is interpreted as a sum total of all you believe, think, feel, and accept as true. In other words, your present level of awareness, God means I am, the source and the fulfillment of all desire. This quotation describes how your present level of awareness longs to transcend itself. Righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. Second, cultivate physical immobility. A physical incap- incapacity. I know how to say the other one, but I don't know why I can't say this one. Not unlike the state described by Keats in his Ode to a Nightingale. A drowsy numbness pains my senses, as though hemlock I had drunk. It is a state akin to sleep, but one in which you are still in control of the direction of attention. You must learn to induce this state at will, but experience has taught that it is more easily induced after a substantial meal, the itis. You get the itis. If you're black, you know what the itis is. Or when you wake in the morning feeling very loath to arise. Then you are naturally disposed to enter this state. The value of physical immobility shows itself in the accumulation of mental force, which absolute stillness brings with it. It increases your power of concentration. Be still and know that I am God. In fact, the greater energies of the mind seldom break forth, save when the body is stilled and the door of sense is closed to the objective world. The third and last thing to do is to experience in your imagination what you would experience in reality had you achieved your goal. Imagine that you possess a quality or something you desire which hitherto has not been yours. Surrender yourself completely to this feeling until your whole being is possessed by it. This state differs from the reverie in this respect. It is a result of a. Oh, sorry, chat. My internet went out for a brief moment. You know, bro, Florida has literally the worst internet I've ever been in the place I've ever been in my life. Not gonna lie. All right, but let's keep reading. For everybody who said it in the chat, it's all good, man. We're gonna keep reading. Whereas reverie is a result of an uncontrolled imagination, usually just a daydream. What is a stream? Sorry for asking. What is a stream? Gage and Julian. This stream right here, brother, is a stream we're reading Neville Goddard's The Power of Awareness. You feel me? And in between each of the different chapters, I'm just going to talk about how I interpret what I've read personally for me, so I retain the information and to have some conversation in the chat about how y'all feel about the text that we're reading right now. Just a chill vibe stream, nothing crazy. We just reading, just chilling. In control state, a minimum of effort suffices to keep your consciousness filled with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The physical and mental immobility of this state is a powerful aid to the voluntary attention and a major factor of minimum effort. The application of these 3 points. My mic is cutting out. Ooh, appreciate that, brother. How am I now? How's my mic now? The application of these 3 points. Desire, 1. 2. Physical immobility. 3. The assumption of the wish fulfilled. Is a way to at one mint or union with your objective. At one mint. I've never heard that before. That's new. One of the most prevalent misunderstandings is that this law works only for those having a devout or a religious objective. This is a fallacy. It works just as impersonally as the law of electricity works. It can be used for greedy, selfish purposes as well as noble ones. But it should always be borne in mind that ignoble thoughts and actions inevitably result in unhappy consequences. Chapter 20, Righteousness. Stream curry. Appreciate it. Stream curry. Stream curry with a shot boy. Chapter 20, Righteousness. Oh, let me go over what I just read though at the very end of that. So, according to Neville in this book, the 3 steps of combining with something that you desire, right? Is one first to have the desire to have it. So Just like I explained earlier, a lot of people don't truly have the desire to change or actually desire what they actually are saying that they actually want, right? Until they hit a breaking point or they hit a wall to where if they don't get it, right, then they gonna crash out. That's one, right? Two, physical immobility, right? So once you have the desire, right, once you either crashed out or decided that it's time to really change your life, next is to immobilize yourself. And I don't mean like go like get in an accident and not be able to walk anymore. I mean like go lay down somewhere, right? And like lay down and chill, get in a comfortable position, chill. I'm assuming that's what everybody else says. I got sleep meditations on the channel, so I know about getting still and what type of states you can get in from being still. And then the assumption, and then living in that moment. So like being there, not as a third person, but as a first person. Just like as you have, just like as I am talking to you right now, I'm looking at this screen right now. So when when I'm laying down immobilized, and I truly am wanting something. I truly am desiring something, right? And that's what is on my heart, right? That like right now, that's truly in my heart for that to happen. And I'm laying down and chilling like I'm borderline in a dream state. When I start looking around, I'm looking around just like I am right now as myself on this stream. I'm looking at you with my just like I would be looking at you in any other in just like I am right now, I guess. I don't know whether I would say physical reality, but when you say physical, it turns people off. So, but yeah, I'm looking around just like I am looking around right now, right? And then you experience it just like that. And then you become one with whatever it is because you're literally there. You're literally there, right? If you can see it as a first person and through first person perspective, then you're literally there, right? Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, Gage. And then you become one. It's literally already happened, and now you just gotta live your life and continue to head towards your goal, pretty much, because it's already happened. Now just keep moving forward, keep doing it, right? You're already there. Just keep doing it. Even if you can't see it yet, just keep doing it because you're already there. It already happened. You already saw it, bro. You already been there. It's like a deja vu moment. It's like when you walk around and you be like, damn, deja vu. It's the same thing, right? So chapter 20, righteousness. In the preceding chapter, righteousness was defined as the consciousness of already being what you want to be. This is the true psychological meaning and obviously does not refer to adherence to moral codes, civil law, or religious precepts. You cannot attach too much importance to being righteous. In fact, the entire Bible is permeated with the admonition and exhortations on this subject. Break off thy sins by righteousness. Dan 4:27. My righteousness I hold fast and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me so long as I live. Job 27:6. My righteousness shall answer for me in time to come. Genesis 30:33. Very often the words sin and righteousness are used in the same quotation. This is a logical contrast of opposites and becomes enormously significant in the light of the psychological meaning of righteousness and the psychological meaning of sin. Sin means to miss the mark, not to attain your desire, not to be the person you want to be is sinning. Righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. It is a changeless educative law that effects must follow causes. Only by righteousness can you be saved from sinning. So only by following through with your goals. What's good with you? What's up, Tiago? I'm doing good, bro. Hey, appreciate you following my live by random, and I hope you are enjoying the reading and the discussion. But what it's saying here is to sin means to come up short. So if you want to be free from sinning, if you want to be free from coming up short in your life and you feel like you've been coming up short and you've just been missing the mark, then it is time to in essence, be, I guess, righteous, right? And that is to actually follow through. That means get up, right? And start doing something. Get up and move towards your goal. Go, like, really want to be that person. Really create a list, right? Feel that desire out of like how you're going to do it. You know what I mean? It won't necessarily work in the way that you write it down, right? But you're at least feeling the desire of accomplishing this goal, right? And if and by sinning means that you're not going to write it down, right? If you're sinning, right, and that's in the means of this text right here, sin means to miss the mark, then you're not going to write it down. You're not going to truly try to feel the desire of you achieving that goal. You're not going to really like go for it for real. You're going to sit on your butt and do the same thing you've been doing every single day. That's what you're going to do. And that's sinning in the essence of this book. As the text of this book says, that's what sinning is. And being righteous is going the extra mile, doing something you may not have done before, seeing some change in your life, right? That's righteousness by the means of this text in this book. There is a widespread misunderstanding as to what it means to be saved from sin. The following example will suffice to demonstrate the misunderstanding and to establish the truth. A person living in abject poverty may believe that by means of some religious and philosophical activity, he can be saved from sin and his life improve as a result. If, however, he continues to live in the same state of poverty, it is obvious that what he believed was not the truth, and in fact, he was not saved. On the other hand, he can be saved by righteousness. The successful use of the law of assumption would have the inevitable result of an actual change in his life. He would no longer live in poverty. He would no longer miss the mark. He would be saved from sin. Except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. Scribes and Pharisees mean those who are influenced and governed by outer appearances, the rules and customs of the society in which they live. The vain desire to be thought of well by other men. Unless this state of mind is succeeded, your life will be one of limitation, of failure to attain your desires, of missing the mark, of sin. This righteousness is exceeded by true righteousness, which is always the consciousness of already being what you want to be. You are already that guy. You are already him. You are already her. You are already it, they, them. You are already whatever that is, bro. That's it. Whatever it is that you desire to be, you are already what that is. Now just be it. Now just do that. Like, what would the person who was already him, her, it, they, them already be doing? You feel me? NEV. If you don't care, brother, then get out of my stream. You have no purpose of being here. You're literally wasting your time, brother. Go do something better with your time, brother. Or sister, or it, they, themmer. You know, but let's keep reading. This righteousness is seated by true righteousness, which is always the consciousness of already being that which you want to be. One of the greatest pitfalls in attempting to use the law of assumption is focusing your attention on things, on a new home, a better job, a bigger bank balance. This is not the righteousness without which you die in your sins. Righteousness is not the thing itself. It is the consciousness, the feeling of already being the person you want to be, of already having the thing you desire. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Matthew 6:33. Bro, I've heard this verse so many times because my granddad's a pastor, a preacher, and I would go to church every Sunday except for third Sunday, right? And I heard that verse so many times, bro. The kingdom, entire creation of God, your I am, is within you. Righteousness is the awareness that you already possess it all. Chapter 21, Free Will. The question is often asked, what should be done between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Nothing. It is a delusion. It is a delusion that, other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you could do anything to aid the realization of your desire. You think that you can do something. You want to do something, but actually you can do nothing. The illusion, excuse me, I got a burp. The illusion of the free will to do, the illusion of free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption which upon which is which all is based. Sorry, let me read that again. The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption upon which all action is based. Everything happens automatically. All that befalls you, all that is done by you, happens. Your assumption, consciousness or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfillment. To understand the law of assumption, it's an ice cream chunk chat. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, meaning getting rid of all illusions about free will to act. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. I want to read that again. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. I can of mine own self do nothing, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. In this quotation, the Father obviously refers to God. In an earlier chapter, God is defined as I am. Since creation is finished, the Father is never in a position of saying, I will be. In other words, everything exists and the infinite I am consciousness can speak only in the present tense. Not my will, but thine be done. I will be is a confession that I am not. The Father's will is always I am. Until you realize that you are the Father, there is only one I am, and your infinite self is that I am, your will is always I will be. In the law of assumption, your consciousness of being is the Father's will. The mere wish without the consciousness is the my will. The great quotation, so little understood, is a perfect statement of the law of assumption. It is impossible to do anything. You must be in order to do. If you had a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. You are what you are, so everything is as it is. The events which you observe are determined by the concept of you have of yourself. If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered. But thus altered, they form again a deterministic sequence starting from the moment of this concept change. You are a being with powers of intervention, which enable you, by a change of consciousness, to alter the course of observed events. In fact, to change your future. We'll pause there, brother. We'll pause there. The sun here, sun beaming. Taller critter. Deny the evidence of the senses. I thought I was going to pause, but I'm going to keep reading. Deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, inasmuch as your assumption is creative and forms an atmosphere. Your assumption, if it be a noble one, increases your assurance and helps you reach a higher level of being. If, on the other hand, your assumption be an unlovely one, it hinders you and makes your downward way swifter, just as the lovely assumptions create a harmonious atmosphere. So the hard and bitter feelings create a hard and bitter atmosphere. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely, of good report, think on these things. Gotcha. So, Chad, I got a perfect example of this. So earlier today, right, and I'll give an example of myself, because I am still working with myself here, just like everybody else. Earlier, right, I was picking up I do IT for a living, right? And one of my coworkers, he had a project that he got double booked for, right? But I've had this predetermined cycle of every time I pick up one of this dude's projects, it goes crazy. I've had this preconceived notion of, bro, I just don't like picking up his projects. I literally would rather help anybody else, But for some reason, when I help him with one of his projects, or I take over for one of his projects, or I try to do one of his activations, it'd be like ridiculous mess that be happening. It'd be like, yo, like, what is all this for, bro? Like, I'm not trying to be here for all this, right? And it happened again today, right? And I had to catch myself in the moment, right? Of like going to perpetuate that same thing again. I had to catch myself because I was like, bro, I can't stand doing his projects. I can't stand helping him with his projects because every time I help him with his projects, it's some BS, bro. And I ain't trying to deal with that. But I had to catch myself because like I was making that, I was perpetuating the same thing that I didn't want. If my attitude is poor towards the situation, then my outcome is likely, very likely, possibly very likely to be poor, right? So I had to change my attitude. I had to be like, oh, what are you doing? You're doing it again. You're perpetuating, brother. You can't do that. You're perpetuating, brother. You can't find the solution that you're looking for because you're perpetuating. All you care about right now is that there's a problem. You're not looking for the solution. You're not being open to a solution. You're just being open to this perpetuating problem that you don't want to have. So why? Why perpetuate this if it's not conducive to you being able to enjoy your evening, being able to have a stream, being able to read your book, right? Being able to enjoy the rest of your day, being able to cook dinner and enjoy the rest of your day with your wife and enjoy just have a good rest of your day. Why would you keep perpetuating the same situation that happened for yourself with this poor attitude you keep displaying? Like it's not helping you, so why are you doing it? So I caught myself like, bro, like what are you doing, brother? Like I don't understand. And but when I first caught myself, I was like, what are you doing, brother? I don't understand. Like, but I can't be hot with myself. At the same time, like me getting hot with myself, right, and arguing with myself about it, that also don't help neither. So I had to just take a breath and be like, yo, okay, so like, how do I want to solve this problem, right? Where is my solution at? Is my solution with being upset that I have another one of his projects that are being annoying right now? No, it ain't. All right, so next one. What is the next option for me then? Okay, so what's my next option? Is my solution with me being upset with myself and arguing with myself right now? No, that's a waste of my time too, right? So I was like, cool, that's not a solution either. So like, I gotta go into the next one. What's the next solution then? All right, so what's my next solution? So, all right, so my next solution is, okay, bro, you IT, you've been doing this for a minute, bro. You have really good faith in your ability to troubleshoot issues. You always talk about that, how you're so good at doing stuff like that. So put that to the plate right now. Show what you can do right now and be who you say you are, right? And so I had to get on my IT stuff, get on my troubleshooting grind, and get to myself real quick and like show what I'm capable of and show myself, yo, you don't have to be upset. Go do what you know how to do, brother. Go do what bro, you've been doing this for a minute. Go do what you know how to do. That's it. Go do what you know how to do and it'll be over. And I was like, okay, that's an acceptable solution. That'll be a solution that I can accept going forward. So it's like, go do what you can do, man. And it's more likely to work out in your favor if you just go do what you got to do. All right, next. All right, deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Inasmuch as your assumption is creative and forms an atmosphere, your assumption, if it be a noble one, increases your assurance and helps you reach a higher level of being. If on the other hand, your assumption be an unlovely one, it hinders you, it makes your downward way swifter. Just absolutely, I've already read that, didn't I? It is what it is. I'll read it again. I could have sworn they told me the pool was closed today. I guess it ain't closed no more. For the other hand, your assumption, okay, blah, 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 blah. This is a lovely assumption, creates a harmonious atmosphere so that the hard and bitter feelings create a hard and bitter atmosphere. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely, and of good report, think on these things. This means to make your assumptions the highest, noblest, happiest concepts. There is no better time to start than now. The present moment is always the most opportune in which to eliminate all unlovely assumptions and to concentrate only on the good. as well as yourself. Claim for others their divine inheritance. See only their good and the good in them. Stir the highest in others to confidence and self assertion. By your sincere assumption of their good, and you will be their prophet and their healer. For an inevitable fulfillment awaits all sustained assumptions. You win by assumption what you can never win by force. An assumption is a certain motion of consciousness. This motion, like all motion, exercises an influence on the surrounding substance, causing it to take a shape of, echo, and reflect the assumption. A change of fortune is a new direction and outlook, merely a change in arrangement of the same mind substance, consciousness. If you would change your life, you must begin at the very source with your own basic concept of self. Outer change, becoming part of organizations, political bodies, religious bodies, is not enough. The cause goes deeper. The essential change must take place in yourself, in your own concept of self. You must assume that you are what you want to be and continue therein, for the reality of your assumption has its being and complete independence of objective fact, and will clothe itself in flesh if you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you know that assumptions, if persisted in, harden into facts, then events which seem to be uninitiated, mere accidents, will be understood by you to be the logical and inevitable effects of your assumption. The important thing to bear in mind is that you have infinite free will in choosing your assumptions, but no power to determine conditions and events. You can create nothing, but your assumption determines what portion of creation you will experience. So, let's go over that little spicy piece right there real quick. So, in essence, what is it saying? You don't create anything at all whatsoever. Everything is already done, right? But you do have choice. You have the choice to choose what life you want to live, right? You have the choice to be like, yo, this is butt cheeks. I don't want to be here no more. But not like in the way like this. You feel me? I don't want to be in this particular situation anymore. So you have the choice to be like, yo, all right, so how can I better my life right now? In what way can I better my life right now? And then see yourself better in your life and be like, oh, bet then. That's what it is. That's my choice. And then follow through with it. That's it. All right, chapter 22, persistence. And he said unto them, which of you shall have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves, for a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, Trouble me not, the door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity he will rise and give him as many as he needeth. And I say unto you, ask and it shall be given. You ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Luke 11:5-9. There are 3 principles, characters in this quotation. You and 2 friends mentioned. The first friend is a desire state of consciousness. The second friend is a desire seeking fulfillment. 3 is a symbol of wholeness, completion. Loaves symbolize substance. The short door symbolizes the senses in which separate the seen from the unseen. Children in bed means ideas that are dormant. Inability to rise means a desired state of consciousness cannot rise to you, you must rise to it. Importunity I'll be right back.